Alright guys, do you feel like you're doing everything right, but you still feel off in your body and your mindset isn't working? You feel like you've watched all the Alex Hormozy videos, you've done the mindset training, you've got clarity in your business, you've done the journaling, you plan your days extra, you try all the routines, but you just feel off in your body, right? This video might be the reason why, and this might give you some clarity. So let me explain to you real quick, right? So do you feel stuck even though you're doing everything right? You feel like you're doing everything right. So this is you, you look like me. You're grinding, you're journaling, you're planning, you're doing your breath work, you've tried a few things, a few supplements, all this kind of stuff to just feel better. You don't know why. You could still get your work done. You feel like you're operating at about 70%, but you're just kind of, I don't know, there's something missing in your body. You feel like you have more potential, right? You just feel off even though you're trying all these things. The mindset, you're just grinding harder, journaling, planning, supplements, all this kind of stuff. You feel like you're just still off. And the hidden problem, right? And it's hidden because most people feel like they're doing it the right way already. And if you've seen my other videos, you already know what I'm going to speak about most likely. It's your health, it's your biology. And I'm going to boil it down to three key ones. Obviously, there's other things we could talk about, but your nutrition, how you're eating, when you're eating, the foods that agree with your body, how much you're eating, your meal timing, your sleep quality, your sleep quantity, right? When you're sleeping, your dopamine. How fried is your dopamine really? Is it, like, where is your dopamine baseline at? Where are you sourcing your dopamine from? How are you training your mind? Are you able to get into flow states? These things can be very subtle because a lot of people feel like they already eat the best they can, they already sleep the best they can. Their dopamine isn't hijacking them. In reality, most people don't eat properly. They get energy crashes, they get brain fog, they get indigestion. Most people sleep 6 hours and feel like they're operating at their max, which is crazy how common that is and how common people say that. Most people are actually slightly addicted to multiple things at once, and they feel like it isn't. And I get it, we're entrepreneurs, we've got a lot of pride, we've got big egos, right? I'm definitely one of them. But if you're watching this, you're most likely you already have some good success. You're probably already operating at 60, 70%. You've got clarity with your business, you're making money, things are going all right, but you're just losing potential. You're leaving money on the table because you're operating at 60, 70%. So it's not bad enough to where you don't care. It's not bad enough to where you care so much. It's not good enough to, I mean, for you to know like you're already doing very well. You're kind of in that danger zone where it's hard to detect, but you get comfortable, which is what I want to help you guys do. I want you guys to maximize your potential, not waste potential, because that's terrible. Right? Plus, you're going to feel better. Right? Again, the reason it's a hidden problem is because most people don't do these right. They think they do, but they don't. There's levels to it. I'm telling you, when you can take these to the next level, nutrition, sleep, dopamine, you can feel so much better, right? And this is likely why you feel off, because it's your biology, right? So, why this happens? Now, again, all these causes can come from, I guess all these effects can come from different causes, right? But in general, if you have sleep debt, you're going to have low energy. If your dopamine is hijacked, you're going to be scrolling a lot, you're going to have cravings for junk food and other vices, right? If your gut health is off, you're going to have energy leaks, you're going to have brain fog, you're going to have bloating, you're not going to digest food properly. It can lead to serious long-term consequences. Again, we're just going to talk about the short term and why you feel off, right? Environmental triggers. Are you setting up your environment in a way where you're able to get into flow states and not sabotage your biology with poor light and junk food and using your phone, right? These are common problems in the world we live in today, right? And so the solution, again, I want to say that I want to be clear. Mindset is super important. Mindset, habits, that kind of thing, is super important. I guess habits is kind of the same as with biology, what we're doing, right? But if your biology is off, like, it's hard to have a good mindset when you're sleeping terrible, you're not eating as well as you can, right? Your mindset is going to be affected. Your physical affects your mental more than your mental affects your physical, right? It wouldn't really make sense the other way around. The way you're sleeping will affect your mindset. The way you're sleeping will affect how you set up your environment. The way you're eating will affect how you set up your environment. The way you're eating will affect your mindset and how you feel, and the habits that follow after that. When your biology is off, if you're not eating properly, sleeping properly, your dopamine's fried, then this stuff doesn't really matter. Like, this is the foundation. You are a human being. You need this stuff to function. You are made of physical matter and organs and hormones that need to be regulated because you are the machine that needs to perform for business, for your employees, for your clients, to take calls, to message people, to show up with energy, right? to record content, right? And so if this is off, there's only so much motivational things you can do before it's just unsustainable. Again, everything I'm talking about on this channel, every video I make, I'm trying to help you be more sustainable. Not, have 20 coffees and have some nicotine and have a super productive day, because it's not sustainable. How long can you do that for? Even sleeping 6 hours, a lot of people get away with it. I mean, you're 400% more likely to get cardiac arrest or crash when you're driving. I'm not going to get into that. I just want to talk about why you feel off, which is likely to do with your biology. Again, environment is important, mindset is important. Right? I'm going to delete habits because I don't think that makes sense anymore. Right? Super, super important. When you fix your biology, these things become easier. They just become impacted. Right? What happens when you get one night of terrible sleep? Your whole day is off. Right? One day with a bad mindset, well, you can fix it. If you slept properly, ate properly, just boom, 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 you're in a positive mindset, usually, if you can do that yourself, right? So, hopefully, if you do this and you really focus on your biology and you do things the right way, because again, most people don't do it the right way, but they think they do, which is why it's such a hidden problem. Especially as entrepreneurs, we've got a lot of pride. When you fix it, you will go from tired and stuck and inconsistent to focused, energetic, and consistent, right? Sustainability. Stop getting ADHD with trying to get as much work done as you can, right? So I hope this gave you guys clarity. Again, if you feel like you're doing everything right in business with your performance and your health, but you just feel off, right? You're grinding, you're journaling, you're planning, you're doing the routines, trying supplements, you still feel off. The hidden problem is likely your biology, right? If you feel like your mindset is good and you've got clarity in your business and you haven't really gone too deep into nutrition, sleep, and dopamine, most entrepreneurs are not doing it right. And they're operating at about 70%, if that. And so, yeah, if you found that useful, check out my other videos. I'll go more into detail. I'll tell you guys exactly how to sleep, how to eat, how to train. I'm going to make more videos on training. More value to come. But I hope this kind of shifts your mindset and you realize that there's more work to be done with your biology, with your health, and it's going to help serve you and scale your business faster, right, without burning out. So, goodbye.